A new Daredevil series is reportedly on the way. More details on Amber Heard and Aquaman if you care to know, and some new details on Stranger Things. But before I get into all that, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn notifications on, but at the very least, hit that like button because it's free and it really helps. And did I mention how awesome you are?
The best geek news.
Hello, I'm Chris Killian, and the weekend is upon us, but before we go gentle into our good Saturday, we got some big news on the way. As you've likely heard by now, Variety is reporting that a new Daredevil series is in the works for Disney+, with Matt Corman and Chris Ord developing the new series. In addition to this, a new article from THR states Daredevil will be the first of the Netflix Marvel shows to get a new but continued series, suggesting this will be a continuation of the Netflix shows. Now, my personal hunch is this is going to be a soft reboot, meaning the new show likely won't reference much of the previous 3 seasons, if any, but they'll leave it ambiguous the way Marvel has always kind of done with the Netflix series and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That way folks like us just jump in the comments to fight about it. Speaking of fighting, a big source of contention right now about the Daredevil series comes from people assuming it won't be rated R because it's Disney, despite the fact that everyone just finished complaining that Multiverse of Madness was too scary for a PG-13 movie.
Pick a side.
Look, as someone who loves some good old-fashioned violence, I'll be the first to admit that violence doesn't make something good. I've seen plenty of violent movies that suck. A good story will always trump everything else.
And those, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are the facts.
Also in Disney Plus news, it was announced today that the Big Hero 6 spin-off series Baymax will premiere on Disney Plus on June 29th.
That's good news.
During Amber Heard's trial against ex-husband Johnny Depp, Amber's agent claimed that Warner Brothers tried to recast her in the role of Mera for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom and cited Heard's lack of chemistry with Aquaman star Jason Momoa as the reason.
Well, at least we tried.
In a somewhat surprising move, Netflix has released the opening 8 minutes of the 4th season of Stranger Things, which you can watch. Now, have I watched it?
You know better than that.
Not me, I'll save it. We also got word that Netflix is releasing the first 7 episodes on May 27th, and the final 2 episodes will premiere on July 1st.
They're binge watching it. You're binge watching it, right?
Today, the first official trailer dropped for 3,000 Years of Longing, and I'm not quite sure how to describe what I saw, but I'll do my best. Sometimes, as far as movies go, I feel like I've seen everything there is to see, but then every once in a while, a f***ing bad crazy trailer like this drops and I feel something again.
Sometimes I let matches burn down to my fingertips just to feel something, anything.
Now, if you'll excuse me, there's a lot of stuff to catch up on today, so I gotta bounce out of here before something gets spoiled. Chippendale Rescue Rangers is available on Disney Plus now. Also, the 3rd season of Love, Death, and Robots and Jackass 4.5 have both dropped on Netflix, so that's plenty to keep us busy this weekend. All of the stories in this video came from articles written on ComicBook.com, so if you'd like to read more about some of today's news with your very own eyeballs, feel free to head over to ComicBook.com, where we work 24/7 to keep you all up to speed on the latest news. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and more, all of which are linked below. If you're someone who likes listening to other people argue for hours on end about this sort of stuff, we've got you covered there as well with Comic Book Nation, hosted by Kofi Outlaw every Friday, or our Marvel-focused podcast hosted by my best friend of me, Brandon Davis, on Wednesdays. If you want some behind-the-scenes antics or previews of my cosplay, or you want to know what it's like to live on a spaceship for months at a time with no genuine human interaction, find me on Instagram at CKComedy or Twitter at Chris Killian, all links below. Once again, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and give yourself a pat on the back for making it this far into the video. That's great. I can't believe you made it. See you tomorrow.